Once upon a time, there were 3 rich mountains and 1 poor little hill. The first mountain had oil deep inside its belly. He proudly used the oil to draw a mustache on his face. The second mountain was full of gold and loved to show off. He smiled with his pure gold teeth and wore a golden crown. The little hill looked on with envy in his eyes. The third mountain held burning lava inside. With just a gentle breath, he smoked the other 2 mountains black. Yet the little hill still clapped his hands and cheered. Soon, everyone turned to look at the little hill. They wanted to see what kind of treasure he had. He reached into his belly and pulled out a small round ball. The big mountains took turns to examine it. They decided it was worthless and tossed it back at his head. The little hill felt ashamed and angry. He threw the ball far away with all his strength. Then, the big mountains gathered together and made a plan. They raised their giant hands and pulled together white clouds, turning them into dark storm clouds that filled the sky. The clouds poured heavy rain right over the little hill. They had been plotting how to make fun of him. After they had their fun, the golden mountain pulled down the night sky. In the cold, dark rain, the little hill dreamed of stealing their treasure. But he soon faced the truth. The small ball had been his best friend all along. Rainwater flowed down the ball, making sounds like music. The little hill picked it up and played a calm tune. Then he gently placed it back into his belly. As the days passed, the dark clouds above slowly faded into soft white ones. One morning, the little hill woke up to find the ball missing. He reached into his belly, only to pull out a handful of vines. Worried about being laughed at, he quickly covered his mouth. At that moment, the big mountains were staring up at the sky. The next second, a flood of small round balls rained down on them. A small squirrel ran up and climbed into the little hill's hand. It shouted at the mocking mountains in anger, then handed one of the balls back to the little hill. The little hill looked up in shock, then smiled wide. He followed the squirrel's gaze, and saw a giant pine tree growing right from the top of his head. It turned out that the tiny round ball had been a pine cone. Thanks to the hill's care and the falling rain, it had grown into a towering pine tree, strong enough to humble the proud mountains. Sometimes, there is no need to envy others. Cherish what you have, even if it seems small or unimportant. It might one day bring you a surprise greater than you ever imagined.